Okay, so it was dead when I got into the store. Now there's like 6 people wandering around at the front, 2 couples, and yeah, it suddenly got really busy, and the store closes in 10 minutes. Okay, I think I'm all set. Sorry? Yes, everything's good. I'll just be paying with EBT for the food, and then the other stuff. Oh, you know what? I forgot one thing. How do I? Actually, really warm out. Okay, I can't see anything. I just hear a lot of noise. Can't see anything. Okie dokie. So I look like a weirdo right now because it's about like 70 degrees. It's actually 66, and I'm wearing a winter coat, but no pants. Yeah. I mean, I definitely look a little tapped right now. That's for sure. Uh, yeah. Not dressed really according to the weather, and I don't look like I'm wearing any pants. I'm wearing shorts, but the shorts are short and they're underneath my coat, so it looks like I'm wearing no pants. Sure, I can see how somebody might take a look at me right now, not know anything about me, and think I'm a little nuts. Certainly. But, it's a matter of discernment. So as soon as they talk to me for a few minutes, they'll figure out that I'm not really spouting nonsense about getting kidnapped by UFOs and stuff like that. Or, unicorns and fairies and leprechauns, right? My concerns are purely in the physical world, and they're very quantifiable. So, when what you're talking about is quantifiable, like it can actually be measured, then you're not delusional and you're not crazy. Even if you dress like I do right now and look a little weird. So that corner, Union Ave and Green Street, what the hell is it with that corner? There's constantly cars pulling up. Constantly. Like, I think they're selling drugs on that corner, really. It's like a shopping mall. Cars pull in, they pull out, then 2 minutes later another car pulls in, it pulls out. 2 minutes later another car pulls in, then it pulls out. Like, really? That's just weird. Why all this traffic at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday night? Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe they're having Bible study meetings. That's got to be it. All these vehicles are constantly pulling up to the corner of Union Ave and Green Street at 10 p.m. Wow, look at all this traffic all of a sudden at 10 p.m. because there's a big Bible study group meeting there. I'm sure of it. I mean, this building, it's definitely a bunch of Bible study people for sure. They would never do drugs, ever. Nope. Oh, and the cops agree with me. These are God-fearing, spotless, upstanding citizens in this building. They do nothing wrong. And that's why all the cars pulling up to the corner constantly, late at night, Bible study, definitely. So even though I might look a little oddly dressed right now, I'm not going towards anyone. I'm not approaching anyone. I'm not following anyone around. I am literally just staying rooted to my spot and making sure that I don't have to interact with anyone when I go to the building. However, these people who sit in their cars on the corner for 2 hours at a time, smoking weed with the engine running, but the lights off. And then they shout things when people walk by or get disruptive or honk the horn loudly. Well, they're doing that, not me. It was totally dead when I left the building to cross the street and go to the store. Like, seriously, and now it's like rush hour. It's like 5 p.m. on a Monday, and why is this camera suddenly not focusing? That's weird. It was focusing fine 30 seconds ago. Huh. Oh, that's because some low-life scum from my building is suddenly pulling up to the corner, and the psycho hacker who keeps remotely disabling apps on my phone as I try to use them to document harassment is disabling the focus on this camera in perfect timing with what's going on the corner over there. Wow. That is some degree of coordination right there. So busy all of a sudden. Definitely the Bible study crowd is showing up at like 10 p.m. in large numbers. A lot of circus clowns. A lot of sudden agitation that was not occurring 20 minutes ago when I left the building and crossed the street. It's just a lot of agitation for some reason. Sudden, right? It wasn't happening 20 minutes ago. Never a dull moment, guys. Never a dull moment in this corner because it is shithole central. And shithole never sleeps. Weirdly enough, when I moved into this building complex 13 years ago, it was pretty normal. There were a lot of students, some working class, middle-aged employees from various companies in the area. There were a lot of students, like at least 6 or 7 on my floor and then the floor below. So like 3 or 4 students per floor. In fact, the guy who was right across the hall from me, he was a music student at Berkeley. So it was much more normal than it is now with all the DPH, DMH placements. The inmates from the Department of Public Health and the Department of Mental Health of Massachusetts that the Greenville Group chooses to house in large numbers in this building complex, that was not happening when I moved in here. So was it shithole central 13 years ago when I moved in? No, it really wasn't that bad. Otherwise, I would not have moved in at the time. I mean, I could have lived anywhere else. I was earning $86,000 a year as a research scientist for a startup pharmaceutical company in Cambridge, and I could have really moved anywhere. I chose this building because it was really cheap, and I had a ton of student loans, and I just needed a convenient place to live near the subway where I could just easily get to work. I was working like 65 hours a week, and sometimes I would stay at work until 11 or 12 midnight. I just needed some place where I could just walk to the subway, and the subway is right there. So, location, right? Location, location, location. Oh, here comes that nut job with the dog again. So somebody is stalking me because this happened the other night too. And it was at a different time. That piece of shit shows up almost every time I stand on this corner after going to the store. And it's not always at the same time. Sometimes it's at 9:15. Right now it's about 9:55 or so. The fuck? He comes towards me, but I'm the one doing something wrong. That's just weird. Why doesn't he just cross the street? I was here first. That piece of shit walks his dog whenever I leave the store. I have a video of the exact same thing happening the other night, but it was at 9:15 p.m. and not at 9:55. Maybe he should walk on the other side of the street. So he walks to the corner and then comes back. Wow. Okay, then. That's a nut job right there. He needs to stay away from me. I'm just minding my own business, and he gets in my face with his ratty, flea-ridden dogs. Really? I'm not sure what the deal is. The fuck? Someone is mentally disturbed, and it's not me. I'm sorry, who are you talking to? I'm not even looking at you. I'm just standing here, moron. He walks up to me and calls me a crazy ass bitch when I haven't moved 1 inch. I'm just standing in the same spot that I've been standing in for 20 minutes now. Maybe he should go jump off a bridge and leave people alone. He walked towards me. He walked into my shot. So I'm standing on the sidewalk holding my shopping bags, looking at my phone, filming weird activity on the corner across the street. He comes at me several times, shouting at me, and then tells me I'm a crazy ass bitch. I didn't even turn around. I mean, I'm a little concerned for my safety at this point. That was weird. I hope he doesn't come back. Maybe he should go around the block. Crazy ass bitch, really? I haven't moved. Pathetic moron. I can't see anything. I'm just trying to see what's in front of me. I'm trying to see what's happening across the street. Him and his yappers should maybe just go walk somewhere else, right? He doesn't like me standing here looking at my phone. What's his problem? He can cross the street. He doesn't have to keep walking towards me. So it's funny how people who engage in aggressive behavior have a problem with you filming their aggressive behavior. And they come at you and they call you crazy because you're simply trying to see what's going on and defend yourself if you have to. I have no idea who that nut job is. Did you hear him shouting behind me for some reason? Repeatedly. He walked towards me 3 times. But I'm the crazy one, really? I was just standing there. I didn't move 1 inch. Maybe that's what pissed him off. He kept coming at me and I did not even move. I guess that makes the stalkers mad. If anybody shows up right now, I'm gonna fucking clock them. I don't need another encounter like that one.